All right, this lesson we're putting everything together, and we're going to do complete order of operations. Before, when we did order of operations, it did not include any exponents or roots. This time it does. So we have parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Number one mistake, multiplication and division are done together from left to right. So if I have something like this, I must divide, then multiply, because we do those two things together from left to right. Let's walk through a couple of examples. Here's our first one. Order of operations, we're going to solve inside of our parentheses first. 9 minus 3 is 6. Exponents now, and roots. So we're going to do the 4 squared and the square root of 16. 4 squared is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. Now at this point, a lot of us just sort of work from left to right, especially when we're working quickly, but always remember you have to multiply and divide before you add and subtract. 4 times 6 is 24. Now we just do 16 plus 24 minus 7, which gives us 33. Now if you have the right kind of calculator, you can just type this straight in and it'll spit out the answer for you. And you already know what I'm going to say. That's fine. I don't care how you get the answer, because the truth is, for the rest of your life, you're going to have a calculator at your fingertips. However, if your goal is to test in to Lone Star or take any of those exams, I would highly recommend you practice these by hand and then check them. Next example, square root of 49 plus yada yada yada. So step 1, parentheses, we have to solve that 6 plus 1 first. And I went ahead and did my, so apparently I did my radical along at the same time. Square root of 49 is 7. Why? Because 7 times 7 is 49. 7 squared is 49. 7 plus 49 is 56. So just take these one step at a time. Let's do a few more. All right, now don't freak out when you see something like this. We have to remember that a fraction line is just another way to write division. So technically that means 25 divided by 5. Now, you will have fractions in these as we go. Right now we do not. If you do have a fraction in here, you just have to add your fraction rules in with everything else. In this case though, that's division. 25 over 5 simplifies down to 5. Inside of that radical symbol, remember that's just the square root sign, we have to follow our order of operations. 2 squared is 4. Simplify the rest of the way inside of that radical, we get 36. Square root of 36 is 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. Okay? And now we have this lovely, long, beautiful thing, order of operations. We have to do our exponents first. Now I need you to remember, let's take a little break over here. I have negative 2 squared versus negative 2 squared, and in this case it kind of looks like this actually. You have to remember that the exponent goes with what's directly in front of it. So let me just sort of erase this one first. In this case, now this doesn't have parentheses, but it's kind of the same thing here. All that is directly in front of this 2, or the squared, is the 2. The negative is not stuck with this as one term. That negative is not getting touched. The only thing that's getting squared is the 2. So that equals negative 4. Now if I have parentheses around that, those parentheses stick that negative to that 2. So that means negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4. So just make sure you're paying attention to where your parentheses are located if you have them. In this case right here, the parentheses stick the 2 together, but this exponent is inside the parentheses, so it really doesn't matter, and you just square the 2. Okay, so 3 squared is 9. Negative 2 squared is negative 4, because the negative's not getting touched. And then the square root of 100 is 10. Now here's where mistakes are made, because we want to multiply all this first and then divide. But the truth is multiplication and division are done together from left to right. So we're going to do this. gives me -3, 9 divided by -3. And now we just work left to right. -3 times -4, 12 times 5, 60 divided by 10, and you get 6 for your final answer. So there's a lot of things that have to be taken into consideration here. Your negative positive rules, your exponent rules, watch your parentheses. Remember your order, division before multiplication, if it's written that way. When you throw in fractions in here, you have to remember your fraction rules. You have to remember your negative rules. And it's just a lot for some people. Take your time, do your best, check it on a calculator. All right, now you have a online assignment, just like before. It's linked where you got this assignment from on the portal. And that's it for the week.